same since the day I told Uncle Mathis in no uncertain terms that I was stepping into the role of Queen of Valory and forcing him out. One of the maids broke formation to scuttle ahead and open the door to the meeting chamber. I hadn't opened a door for myself in months either, revealing my chief adviser sitting at the marble-top table with a group of strange men. "I present Her Majesty, Queen Glisette Lorenthi," he said. As the mayors stood to bow, their gazes coasted over me, moving from the misty lavender chalcedony at my throat to the silver crown on my head, landing in unison on the scar that slashed over my right eye from forehead to cheek. "Gentlemen," I said, scooping the skirts of my sapphire dress, a bit modest for my taste, despite the plunging neckline, to claim the head of the table. They took their seats. "Once again, I profoundly apologize for the decisions made by my uncle and elder sister, which brought food shortages to your towns. How are the assistance programs faring?" "They're helping, Your Majesty," answered the man to my left, who looked too youthful for his silver hair. "The problem is that when Prince Regent Mathis tripled the tolls, the produce vendors who cross the border to our markets raised their prices." "But we've decreased the tolls," I pointed out. "They're even lower than before Uncle Mathis raised them." "Yes, Your Majesty," my chief adviser said, "but the vendors fear the Crown might raise them again on a whim." I was grateful for Hubert, who patiently filled in my gaps of understanding. My younger brother Devorian had been coached to take the crown, while my sisters and I learned etiquette, languages, and, of course, elicromancy. As queen, I was forced to countervail my years of deficient governing studies with tireless initiative. "I'll sign a decree guaranteeing that I will not raise the tolls for a decade," I said. "We'll have a ceremony in one of your towns." "A bold idea, Your Majesty," Hubert said, "but it doesn't solve the immediate problem that many poor Valerians cannot afford food." A blush of embarrassment bloomed behind my cheeks. In moments like these, I missed my old life, but not sprawling in the lap of opulence and revelling in a lack of responsibilities. Instead, strangely, I longed for my time trudging through the wilderness, scared, hungry, thirsty, sore and wounded, but driven by a singular purpose. The quest had been arduous, but with only one goal: deliver Valory Breosa to the Moth King's court so that she could kill him before he destroyed Nissera. The upheaval that necessitated the quest had happened so swiftly that I'd barely had time to second-guess my decision to join. First, Valory had touched the water, the ancient source of elicromancer magic hidden deep in the woods, without permission from the conclave. But unlike others who had tried before her, she did not die. Nor did she receive an elicromancer stone, which would have bestowed upon her a magical gift. Instead, she had dried up the water and gained a destructive power that looked nothing like elicromancy. Meanwhile, my brother Devorian had come into possession of a pearl tablet, inscribed with an arcane awakening spell written in an ancient forgotten language. Though Devorian was an omnilingual, the language was so strange that even he struggled to make sense of the spell. He convinced himself it would have the capacity to resurrect our parents from the dead. Instead, it raised Emlyn Valmiris, an elicromancer tyrant from a dark age in history. He had been kept dormant for centuries when no one, not even an alliance of elicromancers, fae and sea folk, could defeat him. His power allowed him to take other elicromancers' gifts for his own or lend them to his servants. He was invincible until the three groups devised a way to trap him in his mountain lair and keep him dormant using a contract engraved on the tablet. A group of mortals called the Summoners had given Devorian the tablet to decipher without telling him what it would do. They wanted to resurrect Emlyn Valmiris so that he would offer them a reward of magic and immortality. Devorian was a foolish pawn who unwittingly